steroids. Increase max health indefinitely. Alright. Let me see if I can time this right. Alright. America! Fuck yeah! Angelo here. Welcome to my channel. And welcome back, viewers, my stream. I'm here to talk about Resident Evil 7, or Biohazard, the VR-based game that pretty much sold a lot of PlayStation VRs, and also possibly some PC, HTC vibes, and all those good things. Obviously, this game was made in first person, specifically for VR. Now, again, this is a game that I never really had any intention of ever playing. There is no interest to me because I constantly tell you that I like third-person based games. I do like survival horror, but, you know, being raised off of the Silent Hill, Resident Evil, games like Uncharted, Siphon Filter, and things like that, again, I prefer to see my characters. So when all I see is like either legs or just the two hands, it's just not to me, it's not a real game. I feel that the people are lazy when they make it, since literally that's all you have to create, just whatever weapon and your two hands, and maybe sometimes the legs if you see them running, and maybe a shadow. But then you can see the shadow, it's obviously not very well animated. So to me, I just feel that first-person games are just lazy. I know some people love it for the immersion and everything, but I can get very much immersed with my third-person overall characters and camera view, because I can see everything, I can move everything, and to me, that's just the way I prefer to play my games. But that all aside, there are some good things that I liked about the game, such as, like, in comparison to the new thing that happens now when you aim with guns, if you move, or if you're unsteady, or you don't have a proficiency in that type of weapon or anything like that, you'll notice that your cursor is constantly, you know, going bigger, wider. And in this game, it kind of gave you the benefit of the doubt where you can kind of just pop off shots, you know, as long as you aim with the right mouse click button. You didn't have to worry about taking or losing your accuracy overall with your character. So that was very nice here. But at the same time, there are certain things that I also noticed that I didn't really like. And again, the thing about this game, the reason why I never considered this game to be officially canon, is that, one, as soon as I beat the game, I felt nothing. Like, I know Resident Evil games, you kind of just like, oh, explosion, rocket launcher, or Magnum, bam, game's over, they're flying in the helicopter, they're gone, right? But at least I know it's like, okay, Chris and Jill, they escaped the mansion, or Leon Claire, they escaped Raccoon City. Jill, she escaped Raccoon City in Resident Evil 3. In this game, it's just like, you literally have two people, and they're gone. You don't really understand anything why about them, or anything like that. So that's my biggest question on what was happening. Another thing is just, I honestly didn't care about Ethan. There's nothing about it, like, what makes him special? Why can he use these weapons? Why can he shoot these things? Why can he do any of these things? And why is he so nonchalant about losing an arm, like getting his hand stabbed? Like, that is why, to me, this wasn't a Resident Evil game. This game was a game where they basically wanted to make a VR game, but they just needed to get the masses and everyone to, like, kind of get behind it. So in the end, they just kind of threw the Resident Evil name on there, and then in the end, this is what we got in turn. Now, speaking of which, the only connection I can see to it being Resident Evil based is Chris Redfield. And I'm not going to lie, I know people said that they didn't like this whole entire thing with Chris Redfield, and even though I still feel it's a fake Chris Redfield, even though they multiple times they said in the game that this is actually Chris Redfield, yada, 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 I still don't believe it. I still don't think it. You know, the Chris Redfield I know and I've been raised with since Resident Evil 1 all the way to Resident Evil 6 is that freaking eventually becomes a giant roid monster. I mean, the only thing that's similar to this in this game is that he punches people. And he throws the haymaker, which is cool. You get the headshot stagger, and then you get the big right straight or haymaker. But then it's like his weapon base are all based off of Albert Wesker. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. He killed Wesker, supposedly. I feel that Wesker personally ducked the rockets. You know, my personal opinion. You know, give me hope that he's going to come back in the future and make the series, you know, have a great antagonist again. But yeah, just when I played the original story mode, I definitely had more fun playing this not a hero mode. The reason being is because it felt like a Resident Evil. You're playing as a tactical, you know, person that's here specifically to eliminate bioorganic weapons and everything. When you play as Ethan, it's just a guy that's literally getting messed up by everything in the Saw mansion or horror films, you know, and then just like crap's happening to him, and you're just basically you pour on the miracle holy water, holy grail water on you, and you're all good. But when I play this as Chris, I can conserve ammo. I can pop shot him in the head. I can do the melee attack. I had grenades, like the little remote bombs you get with, unless I just wasn't using it correctly. It was useless in my opinion. It did nothing for me. But in this game, like I have flashbangs, or not really flashbangs, like a numbing agent, nerve gas. It just, to me, this was like I played the whole entire thing of Resident Evil 7 so I can play this game, and then I was like, okay, this makes sense. Now, basically, me just getting to the end is that I don't think I'd ever play this game again. I think what it is, as a VR game, this is what it was made for. It was made for VR. People loved it. But then after that first time you play it, you're done. I don't see any reason for me to really come back to it. So, as you can see right here, to me, it's a one and done. It's great. It's fun. Thank you, Bad Play, for sponsoring this. Technically, for me being allowed to play it. But with that, I think that's it. I hit that install, and back to the real Resident Evils and Dead Frontier 2. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you later. Peace.